like I said, like I was having trouble finding any good news stories this week, so I thought I would do a round of Would You Rather. You guys want to do that?
Sure.
This
Um,
isn't like period blood and a gallon your dad's semen again.
no, these ones are a little easier. Number one, would you rather the aliens that make first contact be robotic or organic? I mean, to me, this one's easy, organic. Because number one, it's just more interesting. Number two, I would be much more scared of a robot because, who knows what AI could do, it could go crazy. And like I think I've mentioned this on this podcast before, but I think if an organic being ever showed up, like the chances of it being hostile to us is very little because like it would have like a whole universe at its disposal for any resources it may want. So that like the chances it wants to like dominate us for our resources or even slave labor, I think are minimal. I don't know.
I don't know. I'd rather have a robot just because, like, if they had any kind of disease or something, they could wipe us all out with one person showing up, So I think, like, first contact should be, like, no transfer of...
Also, if it was an organic being, that would probably mean that they somehow, like, discovered, like, faster than light travel or wormholes or something. Because, like, if it was a robot, they might have just taken the long way.
Yeah, that's true.
And so it'd be more exciting to me, like the prospect of, oh, how did this organic creature get here? They must have mastered some sort of technology.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think robots are much more likely.
Oh, definitely much more likely. I just think I think a robot to me would be
Because
scarier.
you could send something the size of a phone at like near light speed.
Yeah, that's true. Like when I think of like a robot, I think of like Terminator or something, but it probably wouldn't be. It would probably just be like you're right, like a phone or something,
I mean,
like a small probe.
you figure the way technology's going, yeah, you could have like an advanced life form in something tiny, and then someone could just pick it up or whatever.
Okay, this one's a little tougher maybe. Would you rather lose the ability to read or the ability to speak?
I'd rather lose the ability to speak.
I think I would too, but then I would disappoint all you podcast fans.
When do you ever read?
I read comics all the time.
Oh yeah, you do read some comics. You could just like piece together the picture by looking at it.
Yeah, I just guess what they're saying.
Yeah. Damn you, Spider-Man.
What about you?
I'd rather... Yeah, I think I'd rather lose speak.
I mean, you could at least still communicate with
You
people.
could write down stuff.
Write down stuff, maybe learn sign language.
You know how to read and write, so you'd have writing, or you could get like one of those Stephen Hawking's, like, fuck you, turd bird.
I want one of those anyway, really.
Yeah.
You have a little keytar.
This one I'm not sure how to interpret exactly. Would you rather have a golden voice or a silver tongue? Now,
I'm saying that's like singing versus being charming.
yeah, because like silver tongue, like, the silver tongue devil, like, does the silver tongue mean like you're good at convincing people of things, or does it just mean like you're like good with words and like
Yeah, I think you're like smooth.
smooth
You can
and maybe
convince
have a,
people of stuff.
have a deep vocabulary? And golden voice would just mean like maybe you can sing well, or you just have a voice that people like to listen to. I think I would go with the silver tongue too.
Silver tongue,
Yeah. Would you rather be covered in fur or covered in scales?
Fur. Fur is mammalian, at least. Scales is just...
I think I would go with fur, but then you're going to attract furries like it's nobody's business.
All right, win-win.
Oh, scale sounds interesting. I'd like to be hard and tough, nothing to penetrate it.
I'm bulletproof. But then your skin would be like all dry and nasty all the time. I don't know.
That's true.
Would you rather be in jail for a year or lose a year off your life? Lose a year off my life. That one's easy.
Yeah.
Well, you're losing a year anyway.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Only one's like really
yeah.
boring and interspersed with rape.
Yeah. One, you're just like, oh, goodbye, year. This is not like a horrible like debacle that ruins the rest of your life.
Like that one's an easy one.
You know what? I think my butthole's a little bit too small. Just give me a year in the slammer.
I mean, this one's easy for me. Would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always 20 minutes early? Like I'm a 20 minutes early person anyway.
Compulsively early.
Yeah, compulsively. Like I'm almost too early. Like usually left to my own devices, like I'm the guy that ends up being like the only guy watching those like newbie things before the movie plays. And we're like, I don't want to see this, but here I am.
This is my movie about Coca-Cola.
Would you rather have one real get out of jail free card or a key that opens any door? I mean, I'm too big of a pansy to break the law, so I don't really want the get out of jail free card. I'd probably take the key that opens any door, but then like I don't know.
Where do you use it?
Yeah, you're gonna go to jail if you use it anywhere good.
That's true. That's true. Maybe I don't know. Maybe just take the jail free card in case you're accused of a crime you didn't commit,
Yeah.
or somebody really pisses you off, and you're like, I gotta get out of jail.
That's one free murder.
Would you rather know the history of every object you touched or be able to talk to animals? I'll be honest, I don't really want either of these, but I would take the animal one.
I'd be cool with animals.
I'd just take the history of the objects you touched, because you could sell that stuff for a fortune if you know what the background is.
But like, if people have a problem with their pet, and you can get it straight from the horse's mouth, literally.
Just because you can understand them doesn't mean you can get them to understand you.
I think it would be creepy though with a dog, like you're petting it, and it's like, I sure do love it when you pet me, master, and you're
That's
like,
true,
ugh,
yeah.
ugh.
So like they understand you, you understand them.
I
It goes
guess
both
so.
ways?
I guess so. Yeah. But the thing is, they still have small brains, so like they're not going to be like super intelligent. Like they're going to say
Exactly.
stupid stuff.
Yeah.
He says bark.
Would you rather be married to a 10 with a bad personality or a 6 with an amazing personality?
That's 6.
6.
Yeah, I think I would go that way too.
Yeah.
Probably lower than a 6.
Yeah, I'd take lower than a 6 with a great personality.
Anybody with a shit personality is just
Yeah.
You would get, like, even if they're hot, like, you would get bored or annoyed by them very easily.
Yeah.
God, this thing is obsessed with the talking animals. Would you rather be able to talk to land animals, animals that fly, or animals that live underwater?
I guess I see land animals.
Yeah, I see them more.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess that was a stupid one. Well, that was 10 of them. Do you guys want to do more of these? Or
You could always talk to a parrot. Like, they actually do talk, so there is one that flies.
they're just like, the ones that talk, though, they're basically just mimics, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
It'd be cool if you could just like be friends with a bear though, or something.
I've heard of people like that, but usually doesn't end well.
Yeah.